Pluto, the cosmic freezer. After landing on Pluto and taking a look around, the first thing you'd notice is the cold. Like, really cold. In fact, if you look closely, you'll realize all the liquid in your body has turned into a popsicle. Why is Pluto so frigid? Two reasons. It's super far from the sun, and Pluto's atmosphere is a frosty cocktail of nitrogen, methane, and carbon monoxide that conducts cold straight to your bones. Imagine standing outside in the chilly air. Now, swap that with thousands of tons of nitrogen, methane, and CO2, and you get why stepping onto Pluto without a superheated spacesuit is a one-way ticket to freeze-veal. Mars, the dusty death trap. Next up, Mars. Unlike Pluto, Mars is relatively close to the sun. During the day, when it hits around 40 degrees Fahrenheit, you wouldn't immediately become a Mars cycle. But at night, when it nosedives to minus 220 degrees Fahrenheit, you definitely become one. For context, the average temperature in a smart fridge is about 36 degrees Fahrenheit. Handy info, right? But wait, what if you were some kind of extreme temperature-resistant superhero? Surviving on Mars would still be a nightmare. First, Mars doesn't have a magnetosphere, so it's constantly bombarded with radiation, more than a banana's worth, and enough to give you superpowers. Just kidding. It would actually kill you or give you cancer. Secondly, there's no oxygen. You'd have a max of 15 seconds to live due to the noticeable lack of anything to breathe. This would be like drowning, but worse, because it's carbon dioxide instead of water. And don't forget the giant dust storms that whip around with deadly intent. Mercury, the solar sauna. Now let's roast on Mercury. This planet is the closest to the sun and feels like it. On the bright side, it reaches upwards of 800 degrees Fahrenheit, while on the dark side, it's a chilly minus 290 degrees Fahrenheit. Your options: roasted or freeze-dried. At 800 degrees Fahrenheit, you'd turn into a sun-dried tomato in no time. Mercury rotates so slowly that one side is always dark and the other always bright. Hypothetically, you could find a just right spot, but you'd still face a lack of oxygen and giant plasma tornadoes. Plus, Mercury's magnetosphere is a joke, so you'd get a heavy dose of radiation. Earth, our cozy home, has oxygen and radiation protection, but let's be honest, it still has a near 100% mortality rate. So, stay safe out there. Uranus, the icy giant. Uranus. Despite being closer to the sun than Pluto, Uranus is somehow colder. On this gas giant, you'd be crushed by extreme pressure and then roasted by the planet's 4,000 Kelvin core. If you were somehow floating above the surface, you'd be blown away by 900 kilometers per h winds, unable to breathe, and zapped by X-rays. Venus, the acid rain. Inferno Venus. As soon as you land, you're squashed flatter than a pancake. The thick atmosphere causes a severe greenhouse effect, making Venus the hottest planet. A second on Venus would turn you into a melting ice cream cone. The surface is a volcanic, lava-filled nightmare with bonus lightning storms. Jupiter, the pressure cooker Jupiter. Known for being big and brown, Jupiter's main killer is pressure. You'd be crushed with a force 1,000 times that of Earth. If you survived, you'd be dragged to the center of the planet, feeling like you're being smashed through brick walls repeatedly. Saturn, the ringed squisher Saturn, similar to Jupiter, but with rings. You'll still be squished by immense pressure, but at least the view is nice. Neptune, the diamond storm Neptune. This planet has the most creative ways to kill you. You'd choke on the atmosphere, be torn apart by 2,000 kilometers per h winds, and be pelted by diamond rain. Some of Neptune's oceans are boiling hot due to extreme pressure, so you could also be boiled alive. YouTube thinks you'll like this video next, so click it. And if you made it to the end, don't forget to subscribe.